Welcome to Ninja Nom Nom, the cooking show for martial artists everywhere. I am your host, Ninja Mike. People always ask me, Master, after a day fighting pirates, the mortal enemy of the ninja, what do you do to relax? I eat, of course, a simple cheeseburger. Now, as ninjas, we cannot just walk into a McDonald's and order a cheeseburger. No, we must garnish it ourselves. Using the blade, we will now cut the tomato, the cucumber as a nice palate cleanser, and of course, the onion. Do not let your vegetables fall on the ground, for that is shame for any ninja.
Welcome to Mike's Gaming Gala. I'm Mike, and this week we have a brand new game from Game Select. It's Food Ninja for the Atari 2600. Food Ninja comes in a standard Game Select packaging, which includes a professionally printed box, manual, an inset with the cartridge, and of course these cool little cards that they include with every game. I've been waiting on this one for a while, watching their teasers on Facebook, so let's get cracking and have a look. Upon starting your console, you get this title screen. And if you've got some of Game Select's other games, you'll recognize this music as the Wave 9 music from Asteroids Attack. In fact, this game reuses other sound effects from previous games in their library as well, most notably spiders and flies. Pressing the button starts the game, and you'll see right away that this is a port of the popular mobile game Fruit Ninja. For those not familiar with it, the goal is to slice all the food that pops up on the screen before it falls to the ground. Now on your phone, you do this with your finger, and it feels really good and responsive. Wherever you swipe, the sword follows. So understandably, I was a little apprehensive at first playing this with a joystick. And at first, yeah, it definitely took some getting used to. My first few games, I was trying to play the same as I would have played on a phone, with single swipes to get each piece of food. But with the joystick, you just can't play that way. You should look at it less as an elegant swipe and more of driving your cursor around the screen to hit all the objects. Once you get your head around that, it actually gets a lot better, and I found myself improving quickly after my first few games. I still dance around a lot trying to get at some of the targets, but I was able to start getting consistent scores in the 60s after about 5-10 minutes of gameplay. Aside from getting used to the controls, this game is really self-explanatory. Slice all the food and don't let them touch the ground. If you let 3 of them fall, it'll be game over, and there's no way to gain extra lives. Watch out for bombs as well. No matter how much food you've let fall, slicing one of these black bombs will end your game. If you progress far enough, pumpkins will start popping up on the screen that require multiple slices to destroy. Unfortunately, it seems you have to have a score around the 100 range to achieve this, and the best I did in my playthroughs was 89. So here's a clip from Game Select's Facebook page of a master slicing some pumpkins, proving once and for all that Brazilian ninjas are more adept at slicing food with a joystick than Canadian ones. For all of you aspiring ninjas, I have one key tip for you that will extend your gameplay greatly. Much like a tennis player on a court, you want to maintain a central position after you slice something, as food can pop up from anywhere on the screen, and sometimes it stays low to the ground, giving you very little time to get to it. I found placing my cursor in the middle closer to the bottom was the best place to spring from. Be careful not to be constantly swinging your sword though, because occasionally a bomb will fly up through you. As long as you're not swinging, anything that flies through you won't get sliced, so remain calm and use that to your advantage. As the game progresses, the food and bombs come faster and faster until, inevitably, you hit a bomb or miss enough food that it's game over. And that's Food Ninja for the Atari 2600. So what did I think? I liked it. Of course, it's very simple, and some people may be watching this and think, why would I get this when I can just play Fruit Ninja on my phone? A valid point to which my only response is, because Atari. It's a well-made port that's fun to play. I was even impressed by the way the joystick handled, as I was really apprehensive about how that would feel. After a couple of games though, it felt pretty good. Although I can't help but think that there must be another controller that already exists for the 2600 that might give you better control over the sword. Understandably, trackballs aren't nearly as common as joysticks are, so making this a trackball game would likely reduce their sales potential, but it would be cool to have as an option. Another suggestion, 2-player mode. Make one sword red and the other blue and have it so that you can either compete or play co-op. I think that would take this to the next level. As it stands though, Food Ninja is simple arcade-style fun, and that's exactly what the Atari is best at. It gets my recommendation. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked it. As always, I've got my contact information on the screen, so get in touch if you want to, and we'll see you next time on Mike's Gaming Gala.